Museum over the weekend. The facility was cleared as a precaution while authorities searched the area. No explosives were found, and the incident came the same day the museum unveiled its new Legacy experience. And Kanye West's planned concert in India has been canceled after a series of European show disruptions. Organizers say the New Delhi event, set for May 23rd, was called off due to security concerns. Get BIN News now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Then hear us on WBOK1230.com.
Yo, turn it up. It's Gerod on the air, spitting truth in the booth. We ain't going nowhere. New Orleans City got us hard in the beat, but corruption creeping in, gotta take back the street. But corruption creeping in, gotta take back the street. From the French Quarter vibes to the Ninth Ward grind, he's the voice of the people, yo, he's one of a kind. Talking about the struggle, the hustle, the pain, but with each word he drops, he's bringing power to the game. Gerod on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. Try to silence the truth, but he's loud and clear. From the bayou to the block, everyone can hear. Got the people united, it's a movement, no doubt. With his mic in hand, he's breaking all the clout. City eat the official scheming, yeah, they playing it slick. But Gerod's on the line and he's ready to kick. For the schools and the streets, he's fighting the fight. With a heart full of passion, he's igniting the night. Gerod on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. From the jazz in the streets to the gumbo pot, he's the pulse of the city, giving all he's got. Together we rise, united we stand. With Gerod on the radio, we're taking back our land. So tune in, y'all, let the truth resonate. With Gerod on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift this place. In the streets to the gumbo pot, he's the pulse of the city, giving all he's got. Together we rise, united we stand. With Gerod on the radio, we're taking back our land. So tune in, y'all, let the truth resonate. With Gerod on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift this place. Gerod on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. Yeah, tuning out, let the truth resonate. With Gerod on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it real, keep it loud, let's uplift this place. Gerod on the radio, calling out the lies, bringing light to the dark, keeping hope in our eyes. He's the voice of the people, making changes unfold. In the city of NOLA, we're reclaiming our soul. Yeah, let the truth resonate. With Gerod on the mic, we're rewriting our fate. In New Orleans, the power is ours to embrace. Keep it loud, let's uplift this place.
Let's uplift this place. Oh, yeah. 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 Uplift this place. You want to uplift this place? You said it was a new day around here. I thought you might want to uplift. And you were singing. And you done got over it.
Boss.
You done got over it.
I was tired, boss.
You tired?
Yeah.
Oh, Lord.
Long day.
Yes, indeed. What's going on, good people? What's today, Tuesday?
Taco Tuesday.
I knew you were going to do that. That's why I asked you. Is today Tuesday? is Taco Tuesday.
And that's what we're having tonight for dinner.
That's what you're having today?
Yup.
That's all right.
Homemade tacos.
Yes, indeed.
Not those store-bought shells. Homemade shells.
Are you making them?
Oh, yeah.
I'm trying to think of this place right there off of Broad. What's the name of it? But they do a lot of different stir fries and rice and all that other stuff. But they also do tacos, and they do them. They do the tacos, and they cook seaweed.
You cook what?
Seaweed. They make their tacos.
Oh, I thought you said something else.
No, they make their shells out of seaweed.
That's
It is so good. It is so good. I said, boy, I need to stay away from here because I'm always going to order. I think you get 2 or 3 of them because they're big. Me, I was like, look, give me 2 orders, which I was going to get 4 at least. So, I don't know. We need to start talking about these little businesses that you find out by word of mouth instead of advertising and all that other stuff. We need to start talking about them so they get they got to get some business too. So, well, now what you said? You said something?
Nope, I ain't say nothing.
Huh?
I ain't say a thing.
You really are tired, huh?
Yeah.
Why you so tired?
Yeah. Didn't sleep well last night. Had to be up at the break of dawn and go over to Slidell to have
That
my
microphone is terrible.
Yeah, it is. I hate this thing.
Uh-huh. So what
I
now?
want to switch it out. Nah. Didn't sleep well last night. Pulled a muscle and it's bothered me the whole dang night long.
You pulled a muscle?
Yeah. Pulled a muscle in my chest. And
How you did that?
Something I was doing in here. I must have reached wrong or something.
No, you were getting up.
Could be.
Did a stretch and went,
I had
oh,
to,
Lord.
And then I had to be in Slidell this morning to have my car worked on.
Again?
But I'm basically redoing the whole suspension in the rear.
Man, go on get that new vehicle.
Nah.
Go on
With what?
get it. Go on get it.
With what?
All that money.
Definitely ain't my looks.
All that money you making over here. There you go.
You know what?
All right.
I'm going to answer the phone.
Mm-hmm. We got a lot to talk about. We need to make sure that we get you the information. There has been some new information that came out, and I know my girl, Melanie, has been making sure that I know what it is.
Oh, she texted me to remind you.
That we got new locations.
Yes.
She adamant about y'all going to these locations and signing up because they need them on the North Show just as good as they need them on the South Show. So Melanie texted me and said, I got some new locations. Make sure that you put it out there. I was like, wait a minute. What you talking about? So the recall petition signings, a new location. What is it? 1000 Business Highway 190 in Covington, on the corner of East Boston and 190. Y'all need to go over there if you are trying to sign the recall. So make sure that you do it if you're on the North Shore, so you don't have to come all the way over. Okay? So that is Wednesday on the 20th at 1000 Business Highway 190 in Covington. That's the corner of East Boston and Highway 190 at the Harbor Freight parking lot from 4:30 to 6. On Friday at the Tandem Coffee and Cocktails. That's 424 St. Gerard and Gerard Street in Mandeville. That's 424 Gerard Street in Mandeville. That's going to be from 9 a.m. until noon. And on Saturday, they're going to be at Cary Street Pocket Park, 2302 Cary Street in Slidell, from 9 until 1. And even on Sunday, at Spell and Spell Law Firm. That's 1225 North Columbia Street in Covington, that is, from noon until 2 p.m. Tuesday, Spell and Spell Law Firm at 1225 North Columbia in Covington from 4 until 6. I will read them again before the show is over so that you'll have those, especially our friends headed to the North Shore. Hey, Miss Lorraine,
Good afternoon.
how are you?
I'm doing wonderful. So my question is,
I can't hear you.
I'm
Wait a
on the
minute.
West Bank, and I did sign up. It was at Walmart location.
Mm-hmm.
Are they still good?
What's your question? I'm sorry.
I signed up on the petition,
Uh-huh.
and it was at the Walmart
Where?
on West Bank in Harvey.
Is it good? I don't have that down as a location. I don't.
Okay.
And what she has stated, what the owners of the recall have stated, that if they haven't put it on their website, if they haven't put it on their social media, it's not authorized.
Okay. I haven't seen it.
Did you look on the website?
Okay.
Louisiana
No, I
deserves
have
better.
not gone to your website.
No. Louisiana deserves better.com.
No, I'll go on.
I'm going to look it up for you right now. Louisiana
Okay.
deserves better.com, right? Let's see what we got here. Let me see. So you on the West
Okay.
Bank?
I'm on the West Bank in Harvey.
Okay. So did you go to the one in if this one is not, you you can go to Algiers, right?
Okay.
So hold on, let me see what we
Sounds good.
got. Donate contact calendar. That's what we're looking for. Calendar, right? Where and when you can sign up. This is May. What's the date? The 19th.
Today is the 19th.
8 a.m. New Birth Baptist Church. 9 a.m. What is that? IATSC on Hennessy Street. We know that's gone. 1 p.m. on Burgundy.
That's on the East Wing.
All right, that's 4999 Burgundy Street. What time is this from? From 1 to 3, so we know that's gone. 3 p.m. Chicken's Kitchen. That's on the West Bank. That's 921 Peters Road in Harvey.
Okay.
921 Peters Road in Harvey. That's Chicken's Kitchen. They're going to be
That's close.
there from 3. It just says May 19th at 3 p.m. So I think they go from 3 p.m. until 6. I'm not certain, but I would say get over there as soon as possible. But
All right, thank
that one at Walmart is not on this calendar.
Okay, thank you.
All right, I'm sorry.
That's okay. We're going to find it.
I hear you. You sound determined. So there you go.
Thank
Thank you,
you.
my dear. Appreciate you. All right.
Bye-bye.
Pop Jones,
Hey, G man.
what's going on with you? How you doing?
Oh man, 400 years
You signed this
of
petition already?
slavery. Look, G man,
Uh-huh.
I'm still confused about with Carter and with Cleo Fields. Okay, Carter got his.
You
He
talking about
won
the
his position.
redistricting, right?
Okay, district. And Cleo Fields, what they just took his away from him.
Yes.
So what? I'm still confused. Who gonna run his district? The people not gonna have no representation.
No, they're gonna
Station or what?
they're gonna take that area that he represented and combine it with other people's districts, which will actually gerrymander that area so that there won't be real black representation. So they're gonna divide up the black representation and they'll be probably incorporated into other districts, which were more white than black. That's where it was before.
Wow, man, wow.
Mm-hmm.
Do you actually believe they could get away with that? G-Man?
They've been gerrymandering. This ain't nothing new. They have been gerrymandering these districts. They just said what they didn't say was the fact that this would have been something new when you think about the representation in 2 districts instead of 1. Turn that radio down.
So this is something they're going to continue to do all the time.
I don't know how many times they're going to do it, but I know that they did it this time, and the Supreme Court allowed it to be done. So, what more is there to say?
That's a pretty large district, huh, G-Man?
I didn't hear you. What? Say it again.
That's a pretty large district, huh?
What is?
That Cleo Fields have.
Cleo Fields don't have a district no more.
That's what I'm saying. They eliminated it, right?
So what they're going to do is they're going to gerrymander that district. They're going to divide it up and combine it in other districts that are majority white. So that little area of the state where they were going to make 2 districts is no longer. So Cleo Fields is going to be taken out because he was representing that district. Pop?
Yeah, I'm listening to what you're saying, G-Man, but in other words, they can do that here in New Orleans or anywhere in Louisiana. Is that going to go on all over the country?
Well, if you remember, one of those districts that they chose to put up on that map was not only Cleo Fields' district, but the district here that Troy Carter represents. But it didn't pass. They said go back to where it was. So that's where we're going, to where it was.
Well, who stopped that?
Who stopped it? The committee.
What committee was that?
Your legislative committee that was put together. It was some whites and blacks.
Uh-huh.
Yep.
So it's all about who you put in office, who you vote for.
Well, I mean, take a look at it's not only just who you want there, but I mean, look who got the majority. So guess what? They don't want us to be in charge of nothing. They want to be in charge of it themselves.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm. So you got it now?
That's what I say. What I keep saying, people might think that's a joke. When I say 400 years of slavery, look like that's what they did. That's what they. Your vote don't count. Nothing you do.
Well, your vote don't count. I mean, if your vote didn't count, look at what happened with all the amendments, and I think the pushback on your governor not only got those amendments thrown out, but it also got a couple of folks elected, I think.
So, in other words, since because the recall, they're really going mad.
Well, folks showed up for voting. So what, they were at 30% again? I don't know why we can't lick that 30%. Yep. But that's where we are.
Well, look like we ought to be in an outroar with something like this going on, huh, G-Man?
And a what?
The people, the good people, our black people especially, with the people that's not crazy, see what these people are doing.
Mm-hmm.
Look like they would be in an uproar about this.
I don't know what kind of outroar or uproar that we should be in, but I do know that folks are starting to organize a little bit more than they were, which is good. But they should have been doing it.
Oh, okay. That's my point. That's what I'm looking at.
Mm-hmm.
Because these people are vicious, man.
Yeah, when you got a little Trump around here.
Oh Lord, yeah.
We got a little Trump.
I don't know, man. He's a what you call him of Adolf Hitler, isn't he? Isn't he what you call that, ally, or he's a descendant, huh? Of Adolf Hitler, huh?
I can't clarify nor deny on that one. So all I know is that's just been a comparison. I don't know how any kin or any of that happens there, Pop. But
Well, gee, man, are you optimistic that this could be turned around, or what?
well, what's going to be turned around?
That what's going on? We could change this.
We got so many different problems, Pop. I don't know which one you're talking about, but the only thing I can say is whatever it is, we need to take it one step at a time or one issue at a time and work on those. Because right now we're being bombarded.
Uh-huh.
So that's my story, and I stick to it.
All right, I'm gonna just keep listening and learning, G man.
Me too.
Thanks for taking my call.
All right, Pop Jones.
All right, Wick, get you some rest, Wick.
Yes, indeed. All right, we got more coming up, y'all. We got to take a break here. We'll take this break, come back with some more and more of your telephone calls. Everybody hold tight.
Hey, this is Steve Poston. Be sure to listen to WBOK 1230 AM every Saturday morning at 10 a.m. and Sunday evening at 5 p.m., bringing you the best Southern Soul barroom music with the Southern Soul Weekend Party Mix, hosted by me, of course. I'll be playing your favorite Southern Soul music by artists from all over the South, right here on WBOK 1230 AM or online at WBOK1230.com. The station you listen to longer. Listen to longer. Listen to longer.
Life has a way of shifting priorities, changing needs, and pivoting plans. Home Bank is there for all of them. Their bankers partner with you for every step along the way, from understanding your needs to celebrating your success. Home Bank is invested in the vibrant spirit of our community and in you. So partner with them. Stop on by any banking center in the greater New Orleans area or visit home24bank.com to get started today. Good for business, good for life. Home Bank, a member of the FDIC.
Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, welcome to another open enrollment update. Who do I have on the line today?
Hi, you're speaking with Vanessa Scott of BSG of Louisiana.
Can you tell us a little bit about what is open enrollment?
The open enrollment period is for Medicare members that want to change from one plan to another.
Why is open enrollment so important?
Because a lot of people missed out on the annual enrollment period, so they need to have a one-on-one review.
And if you have questions or concerns about your Medicare plans, what should you do?
You just pick up the phone, call 504-621-3687. We even come out to your house. Zero cost to them.
Get with BSG of Louisiana for your Medicare review. For church groups, senior communities, or disability organizations, call 504-621-3687. We are an independent insurance agency providing information about Medicare-related insurance plans. We are not connected or endorsed by Medicare or the U.S. government.
Interest rates and inflation are out of control. Is your credit card debt also out of control? It's time to resolve your debt and take back control for a lot less than what you owe. If you have $10,000 or more in credit card debt, then you need to call us right now. Debt Fix Pros can significantly reduce the amount you owe, and you could be debt-free faster than you think.
I knew we had to do something. Our debt was growing.
It was getting out of control, and we just didn't know what to do.
We saw an ad for Debt Fix Pros. We called, and they showed us how fast they could get us out of debt.
It really was amazing, and now we're back in control.
Call now, and we'll show you how easy it is to fix your debt. The call and consultation are free. Call Debt Fix Pros right now at 800-311-5977. That's 800-311-5977. 800-311-5977.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. What you say, Mike? Mike? All right, Mike, call me back. All right, Dr. Sangika.
Good afternoon, Brother G. How
What's
you
going
today?
on with you? How you doing?
Oh, I'm coming along here in H-Town and just listening to all the noise of what's happening in NOLA land, and same thing happening, by the way, here in Houston.
Mm.
Because they combined the two formerly black districts here, the one that used to be the one that Sheila Jackson Lee had and Al Green had, and made them just one. And now the two black people are running against each other for that one seat. That's part of the 5 seats that they took here, and that set the pattern for what they're doing elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
But I think part of what we need to grasp about this is that Chief Justice Roberts has had as an intent for some time now to liquidate any race-specific policies that have been adopted over the last almost 50 years, because they started this language about intent, that you have to show intent as the condition to determine that a policy or a program ends up being racist in impact. And that's very different from the way you can look at, disparities as outcomes, because for us, the outcome, I mean, we know what the intent is. We do, the victims. We know what the intent is. But what we're looking at is the outcome of the policy, or the outcome of the behavior, or the outcome of the program.
Mm-hmm.
And we know that what those outcomes have done to us, they've excluded us. And that's been intentional. That's not accidental, but intentional. And they've been just chipping away at the Voting Rights Act, slowly, piece by piece, until they got to where they are now.
I got to tell you, Dr. Sangika, I am really, I think more so shocked than anything that this man would have the audacity to bring to the table that he wants to do reparations of $1.8 billion to those thugs in the January 6th fiasco as he lost that election. And you want to do reparations? Black folks been asking for reparations forever and a day. And you're telling me that you're going to submit a bill for $1.8 billion in reparations for the folks that he calls victims of January 6th.
You call me reparations. I just call it thievery. I'm just calling it what it is. It's just straight out corruption. That's what it is. I don't think it's going to pass, by the way. I mean, it's going to be challenged all kinds of different ways by all kinds of different places. And I don't think it's going to pass muster, because the case has been regarded by legal experts as having no validity in the first place. And so I think it's going to be overturned. I don't even know if it'll get to the Supreme Court, but there is no grounds for that case in the law, in the Constitution, or in the law. There's no legal mind that has said that the case had any merit. That's what's so fictitious about all of it. And I really think that's going to be reversed. I think it's going to meet with volumes of opposition in the public consciousness, in the public mind. But I don't think it's going to get past the legal challenges that are being right now put together. I heard one of them last night by the law firm that represents the 93 congressmen who mapped out, what the legal problems are, the legal difficulties that have to be overcome. But for this it's a legally ridiculous, if not stupid, lawsuit in the first place that should never have been allowed to go through this far, were it not for the biases that this president has within his own administration. I mean, this is just legally preposterous and unheard of. And I don't think that it's going to pass muster myself. I just think that it's not going to get anywhere. and I think it's so absurd about the definition of what victims. What's the legal definition of having weaponized the department? I'm not
I'm
sure
with
I
you. I'm
understand in
with
the
you so
law
much.
what
I
that
am right
means.
there beside you, Dr. Sanyika, but I got to tell you, these idiots will make you think that you got something sitting on your shoulder that says, nah, we're going to do it this way. I mean, think about something. He's getting congressmen out of office because they didn't vote with him before. I mean, look at Bill Cassidy.
Yeah, well,
And
it's
we had the
absurd.
stupidity of putting together a primary that was, divided. I was like, how do you divide a single primary just to get one person out? And had all these folks in the state of Louisiana confused about voting.
That's not surprising.
And you don't think
That's
that
not.
they're going to do something about that? Those folks that were coming to say hello, they're very kind. And he was there saying they were just as, showing support. There was a bunch of thugs. I was like, wait a minute, you're going to get monies to the Proud Boys, money through the Oath Keepers, all of them folks. You're serious? Of our tax dollars.
If he can get away with it, he would. That's what I believe. He will get away with whatever he can get away with, and he will try anything. The question is, will he get away with this one, and will he be stopped at the level of the court?
I just don't think I wouldn't put it past him to get away with it.
I wouldn't put it past him, Gerard, because of some of the things he has done thus far. I wouldn't put it past him. Like the 14th Amendment citizenship issue, it doesn't look like the court favors that citizenship issue being eliminated. Birth citizenship. The 14th Amendment piece looks like the Supreme Court is opposed to that one, but he will try anything that he can get away with. If people let him get away with it, he'll get away with it. That's how autocratic governments work. And that's what we're seeing here. I mean, he believes that he can do anything to anybody, whatever he chooses, and that's what he's doing. That's what he's doing. And unless and until he meets with ferocious opposition, he's going to keep on doing that, Gerard.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not logical. It doesn't make sense. It just makes sense to a party of one, and that's him. And he will do whatever he can get away with doing. That's what's going on with all of this.
I think he's doing it just because he's trying to pay them back for what they did on January 6th.
Well, that's part of what he's doing too. I mean, that's part of it. But I'm just saying that playbook from 2025, all of these things that he is doing, other people had already decided that he's just the mouthpiece that articulates them. But he's going to keep trying to do whatever he can do, just like that stupid war. He thought he could do that in 4 or 5 days and it'd be done. Had no idea, no concept at all of the complexity of that. Talking about going to blow up a whole civilization.
Mm-hmm.
And you see where it is now. I mean, he don't know what to do. He's confused because he doesn't know what he's doing. And he doesn't have a Defense Department that has any clue whatsoever. And all the people who he is surrounding himself with are just yes people. That's all they are. They're just yes people. They do whatever he wants done in his administration.
Yeah.
So it doesn't fit the norm of what we're used to in this country.
Yeah.
But that's what we've got to fight and push back on.
Okay.
But I also was calling to tell you today was Malcolm X's 101st birthday.
Yep.
He would have been 101 today, and I just want to shout out to him and let everybody know that, a great hero was born 101 years ago that changed the way we see ourselves here in this country, and changed the world. And I just want to shout out to him and to give praise and thanks for what he did to move us all further than we were, to help us all become legitimately blacker than we were in many ways, and to show us some insights that we needed to see in a different kind of way. And so I'm thankful the way that he pushed Martin and everybody else more progressively than we were.
Mm-hmm.
Fortunately, he didn't get a chance to live just like Martin didn't, but he was a relevant and important person in our history. who made a huge difference.
Yep.
And I thought everybody needed to at least recall that on this day of his 101st birthday. So I just wanted to share that with you.
Well, thank you, sir.
But in your audience, but I did want to comment because I've been listening to all this mess that's going on in Louisiana and all the rest of the southern states of this redistricting mess. You know, this intent that as long as people can get away with the legal definition of racial discrimination as intent, that's what they've now done. They've codified in the law that intent is the measure of discrimination. And if you can't prove intent, no matter what the outcome is, no matter what the record shows, if you can't prove that it was intentional, it will have no legal validity. That's what this means. So they can do anything they want. Anything they want that discriminates against black people is now going to be considered legally legitimate to do, as long as you cannot prove intent. And how can you prove intent? That's a very difficult measure. But they've been doing that for the last at least 25 years in the legislative process of how they've been dismantling the practices of the Great Society. That's part of how they've been doing it.
Mm.
And they've been trying to get rid of this Voting Rights Act for some time. This is simply the culmination of what the Roberts Court has had as part of its agenda for some time. So it's just another face of the Jim Crow system that we used to know that's come back to face us again. But listen, the other side has got to have the guts to push back in a way that makes it difficult for them to win when they restructure these maps, because they can have a whole bunch of problems. If the Democrats push back, they can just start redistricting in the blue states, redistricting the blue states and redistrict the Republicans out of their seats. They could do that. Legally, they could do that. They could do redistricting of all the seats in their state which are Republican and redistrict them right on out, gerrymander them right on out and turn all those seats into Democratic seats. Mm-hmm. Now, how do we just like that?
Yeah, I think that's what Gavin Newsom was more than likely saying to a lot of folks out of California. So, but
you got California, you got Illinois, you got New York.
Yep.
You got a number of states where you could do that. That would make it difficult for Republicans to win political office. Mm-hmm. And I think if you pushed back in that way, that made it hard for them to win political office, that would slow down, if not stop, the process of what they're doing now. But you have to have the guts to wage the fight at that level.
Well,
I mean,
we'll see.
It's not quote unquote fair, but the Republicans don't play fair when it comes to race and racism and class and classism and other forms of discrimination. They don't care about what's right and what's just.
Yeah.
They just care about power.
We'll see what's going to happen. But Dr. Sanyika, I got to get to these other calls. I appreciate you. Always good to see you. And always good to hear from you.
I just want to say hello and say hello and let you know that I think you're waging a good fight. And to the people of Louisiana, continue to wage the fight. You know, be not dismayed. You know, we've been here before, and we will continue to this struggle, and we will win.
Well, thank
Victory
you, sir.
will one day be ours.
Always good. I appreciate you, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Thank
you
you,
take
sir.
good care of yourself.
You too.
Now.
All righty.
Peace and power.
All right.
Bye-bye.
Buddy.
Hey, how you doing, Gerard?
Good. What's going on?
Oh, I was going to call you about the election, but it was about attention to detail.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Okay. New Orleans Parish goes all the way to the Rigolets.
Okay.
Lake Catherine, you've ridden out that way, I'm sure, since you've been here since '97. Is an island. It's got the Chef Mentor Pass to the west and the Rigolets Pass to the east, and that's where the St. Tammany Parish line is midway in the Rigolets Pass. Those people that have to vote have to come to Firehouse 31 in Venetian Isles to vote. That's where they have their polling place.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Normally, that's not a problem. But the bridge at Chef Pass has been closed for repair for 2 months.
Mm-hmm.
So those people on Lake Catherine, in order to vote, if they wanted to vote in person, they would have had to drive through Slidell, come back on I-10 across Lake Pontchartrain, go down Highway 11 to Highway 90 East, or Highway 90, head back 90 East to the firehouse to vote. That's 26 miles one way. It's a 52-mile round trip. And that's measuring from the volunteer firehouse at Fort Pike. You come back about 6 or 7 miles or 4 miles or so where most of the houses are to the east of there. You can add 4 miles each way. You can make that a 60-mile round trip. Why didn't and I don't blame it on Miss Napoleon because she just took over the court clerk's office. But why didn't whoever's in charge of those voting machines, why didn't they put, for just this short period of time, why didn't they put the two machines that Lake Catherine has at the volunteer fire department on Fort Pike for those people to vote where they didn't have to make an hour round trip to vote? It's lack of attention to detail that's hurting Orleans Parish and attracting businesses. And that's just lack of attention to detail. It wasn't a secret that bridge was closed. It's posted that it's closed. Right when you get to and the voting machines are all warehouse on Chef Highway, Highway 90, out there in the east. You can't tell me those people didn't know that.
Where?
That's what I wanted to call you and say.
Where'd you say the second place was? I'm sorry.
I
know you're talking about the Wrigley's, but you said somewhere else.
Store the voting machines?
Yeah, you said
That's
something.
on Highway 90.
Okay, so what was wrong with the voting machine place? Because that's where they do early voting.
Nothing. Yeah, but that's not what I'm saying. Why didn't they take the truck and take the two voting machines they normally have for Lake Catherine and drive them around through Slidell and put them at the volunteer fire department in Fort Pike on Lake Catherine?
I don't know, buddy. I wish I knew better. Maybe Chelsea Napoleon can tell us. I know this was her first one, so this might have been a problem she didn't realize. And two, remember, when you're changing polling places, you got to announce that to the folks that poll there, that go to vote.
But it had been the bridge had been closed for 2 months.
I understand.
Lord.
I understand.
There was plenty of time to announce it.
Yeah, you're right. No, don't raise that tone of
There
voice
ain't no
to
excuse.
me.
There's absolutely no excuse.
But I'm just saying that, yeah, probably no excuse, but attention to detail is something that we can always talk about. Somebody made a mistake. And we don't even know how many people went out there to vote, if any.
Well, probably a lot fewer since they'd have to make an hour round trip.
Yep. So, but maybe we'll ask her to come on and see, can we get her?
Whatever. All right. Thank you for letting me talk.
All right. Did he say whatever? He said whatever? But don't call me with it then. He said whatever. All right, let's take a break. We got more coming up.
Attention, WBOK listeners. Are you a fan of the station and want to show your support and style? Well, we've got some exciting news for you. Introducing the official WBOK merchandise, the perfect way to wear your love for the station. Whether you're a longtime listener or a new fan, we've got something for everyone. Head to WBOK1230.com now and grab your WBOK gear before it's gone. When you buy WBOK merch, you're not just getting quality items, you're supporting the station you love.
City Park is where to go when you don't know where to go. Turn towards the city center and start walking. Before long, you'll end up where you belong, at the heart of the city, New Orleans City Park. Stroll along the reeded marsh, Wander through the sculpture garden. Rest and recharge beneath ancient oak trees. This is where your spirit goes to grow. It's in our nature to yearn for nature. NewOrleansCityPark.org, heart of the city.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton. Losing a loved one is tough enough. Do you really want your family dealing with court battles and paperwork on top of it?
Whether you choose a will or a trust, think ahead. Take care of your family. Let them focus on healing instead of headaches. This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
A careless driver can change your life in an instant. Do you know what to do or who to call? If you've been injured in a motor vehicle accident and do not have an attorney, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free consultation. We can answer all of your questions and estimate the potential value of your case. Call Auto Accident Help Desk and connect with an expert personal injury attorney.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Don't worry how to handle your medical bills, lost wages, and pain. We will get you the money you deserve.
They got me way more than the insurance company offered.
The consultation is free, and you do not pay any legal fees unless we win or settle your case. Make the smart call. If you've been injured in an auto accident, call Auto Accident Help Desk for a free legal consultation.
Call 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524. 800-269-4524.
Uptown, downtown, wherever you are, keep it locked in to WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. So I do have a list of stuff here. I'm sorry, y'all, that the attorney extraordinaire couldn't join us on today, but she got to work. She got to work, too. She got to work. So she had some stuff that she had to get done and go to court. So she had to go do it. Let's talk about that other election stuff that folks wanted to talk about. I'm not happy to hear that the president of the United States is trying to get some of the most racist folks in this country money because they said they got devastated. They got treated bad. They were beaten. Wow. Because they chose to be a part of this January 6th fiasco. And he wants to take $1.8 billion and pay them reparations. I said to myself, you can't make this crap up. You can't. You can't make this crap up. Because they supported you. You had white supremacist groups out there doing military-style functions, beating up on Capitol Police, getting hit with bear spray, and even one of those police officers died the next day, causing nothing but chaos. And you're telling me that we're going to have to go to listen to this from this man as he's pitching it to his other legislative constituents. And if they do get that money, that's your money. That's your money. He's going to pay them $1.8 billion because of what they did. And they say it's because of how they were treated. I ain't heard this at some point in time, y'all. Somebody got to say I had enough. And I'm talking about some of the supporters have got to say, we've had enough. Come on now. Come on now. Come on. We had enough. The other part of this, and I don't know how you all feel about Bill Cassidy, But Bill Cassidy has made it known that he is not in Trump's corner at all. At all, y'all. He's not there. As a matter of fact, he said when the vote comes up on the floor before he has to leave, on the ballroom, he's going to vote no. Y'all do know that we are now at $1 billion for this new ballroom. Dr. Bill Cassidy has said he's not going to vote for it. And he mad. And there we go. Dono.
Yeah, bro. You didn't add that he threatened the lives of the congressman, huh?
What do you mean?
They had to run for their lives, bro.
Oh, you're talking about January 6th.
Yeah.
And the vice president and the vice president of the United States, because they were all out there yelling, hang him.
They wanted to hang him.
Yep.
Yeah. So he don't care. They had it on news today, though, bro. People in Georgia, they interviewed 3 women. All the people say he'd have gone too far. 3 white women, you know. So.
But how far is going too far? Because he seems to take it to another level on everything.
In the department, he controls the lawyers and he controls the DOJ, the Department of Justice, and they came up with that. The Supreme Court. They asked the guy that's an acting attorney general who used to be his lawyer. Asked him I asked different questions from him today, and he avoided it. You know, he said anybody can ask for money. They can put an application in, anybody. But you know who the money is for? For the thugs that charge the cap.
Right.
You know.
Yep.
And they're gonna be scared to vote for that. They're not gonna vote for it.
You think they're gonna be scared?
They're already scared. They're a bunch of cowards, bro. You know. You got them thugs. Them thugs threatening the congressmen and stuff. Threatening the congressmen's families and stuff.
So why you think they'd be scared?
I don't know why, but at least 3 congressmen, senators say they're not voting. Cassidy did not gonna vote for it, and the senator from Maine, she in trouble. You know, she in trouble. Somebody Democrat trying to beat her out, and she in trouble. She didn't completely commit to voting against it, though, you know. But I don't know, Dave.
I don't either.
You know,
we got so much.
With all kinds of stuff.
We got so much hectic stuff going on in this country of ours, to the point I'm like, where does it stop?
And then your governor is in Greenland.
Yeah. Yeah, he went to Greenland.
How that idiot gonna be a representative of the United States? He can't talk, Jay. That's all I had to say, bro.
You look like you really enjoyed that one. You really did. You really enjoyed that one, huh? Okay, right. I got it. All right, my brother. Always good, Donald. Donald laugh and cracking up. Well, there's another one we got to talk about. Let's talk about the recall. Did anybody sign up today? Who signed up? 504-582-9422. Come on, get in. Did you go? I know that folks are still going because I can still see them with the lines. But will we get there with all the stuff that's going on? I hope so. But I will tell you one thing that I like. I'm going to send it to you. I like this. We can't play it, but I'm going to send it to you. They got Helena playing like she a black girl. Calling them people hoe. Keep my city name out your mouth. She didn't say mouth. She said out your mouth. MOUF. Somebody threw down a gun for her to pick up. And she got in a fight with Liz Merrill. It's AI generated. You didn't see it?
I hope she whooped her butt.
She did. Called a hoe and everything. And then she said to the people when she doing the press conference, she did the press conference. And she's like, yeah, and talking to the crowd, she said, yeah, and if y'all about it. I said, no, she didn't say y'all about it. If you about it,
about it.
Head on up here to the rooftop. Let everybody come up there. I said, did she say she about it? Have you ain't seen that one? I'm going to send it to you now. Anybody else seen that one? Oh, they be in a fight, bro. They get in a fight. They get a real fist fight. Liz lost, and so did Clandry got his butt beat by Helena. I'm surprised that ain't a conversation. I'm surprised ain't nobody seen that one. Come on, y'all. Where y'all at? All right, 504-582-9422 is our number. We'll get in more conversation in just a minute. We got to get you ready for news, and we'll come right back. More in just a minute, y'all, right here on WBOK.
Campus of Xavier University. WBOK Go and Equity Media Station.
I'm Bree Wood with BIN News Now. Short-term career training programs will not qualify for federal Pell Grants under a new rule from the Education Department. Education Secretary Linda McMahon.
So this is a new program from 8 to 15 weeks. You can go in and get certifications and go ahead and get into the workforce and get a job.
Officials say the change will help students prepare for high-demand jobs with applications opening July 1st. It's a busy primary day across 6 states with key races for Congress and governor. In Georgia, Republicans are battling for a chance to take on Senator Jon Ossoff, while in Kentucky, a Trump-backed challenger faces Congressman Thomas Massie in a test of the former president's influence over the GOP. And Ice Cube and Mike Epps are reuniting for a one-night event celebrating 30 years of the film Friday. The show is set for July 17th in Long Beach, California. Get BIN News Now on demand 24/7 on the iHeartRadio app.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back.
You know you're a jerk.
Huh?
You know you're a jerk.
You know I was telling the truth.
You know you're a jerk.
Go ahead on and tell it.
Nope.
You ain't gonna tell it?
Nope.
I'm gonna tell Donna.
I ain't scared of Donna. What?
I'm sorry, repeat that again.
I ain't scared of Donna. What?
Yes, you are. A whole lot. Galloway.
What's going on, Brother Gerod?
What's going on with you?
Well, I can tell you this. I ain't going to call and get mad at you because you don't know the answer and then say whatever and hang up.
Ain't
Man, buddy, grow up. Man, I hope that bridge stay broke for 6 more months. Won't y'all get on one of them canoes and float over here and go vote? I don't care. Anyway, Brother Gerard,
yes, indeed.
You hitting on something today, man. And I tried to make this scenario up in my head. This only a scenario. None of this is real. If I go down to City Hall armed with weapons, guns, knives, bats, spray, bear mace. And I beat up everybody in there, police officers. Go up into the mayor's office, smoke a joint, defecate up in there.
On the desk.
I go to jail. Yeah, on the desk. I go to jail. I'm convicted by a jury of my peers. And once I get out, I get reparations.
Yep.
That is just about how crazy that is. And folks, black people been demanding reparations since the end of enslavement.
Yep.
And we got nothing.
Yep.
But I've not heard the outrage of folks getting $1.8 billion for trying to do an insurrection. Cops got beat. Some of them cops committed suicide after the fact.
Mm-hmm.
Some of those cops were getting tased and beat with their own weapons. So how you go back to blue, Trump and MAGA, and then support these people who did it? None of y'all got any sentences what you should have got. I think what the longest sentence they got was 20 years at the most, and all of them were pardoned. If you want reparations, that's your reparations. You were pardoned because all y'all supposed to be in jail for life. So I cannot wrap my head around how there's no outrage, how somebody is not suing this dude. If he can sue himself and he becomes the judge, jury, and executioner of the plan, you mean to tell me there's nobody in our government can do anything? Nothing. Man, come on. Now, if one president, I'm gonna put this in perspective, and this is real. When Joe Biden was in office, he gave money that was due to black farmers for years of discrimination. One white couple, pig farmers in Iowa, said that's discrimination. You know, them farmers never got their money. Now, that's the truth.
Where was
if
that?
You ever get that was John Boyd. That's his name. That's the black farmers guy. If you can get a hold of him, he will tell you about how the black farmers, under Joe Biden, they had a plan to pay these folks money for all the wrong that's been done. I'm talking from bad seeds to their crops not being sold, everything you can think of to a black farmer. Joe Biden tried to correct that mistake. You can Google black farmers, and well, I don't call it reparations. I just call it money due. And one white couple stopped them black farmers from getting their money.
Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, that's the same thing that happened, just about the same thing. It wasn't exactly the same thing, but the young lady who was working with the congressman at that time in North Carolina was standing in for someone at the NAACP meeting, and it got back to her boss that meeting ended up being really racial and that she was the head of it. Not knowing what she had said, not knowing what the conversation piece was about, she got fired. But she represented all of those folks at the NAACP, all those black farmers that were at the NAACP, she represented them. And because she got fired, they were really upset. And they stood up for her.
And you see what happens?
Yep.
See, these folks have had a 400-year head start.
Mm-hmm.
It's not my fault that y'all, generation after generation, have not used your white privilege to your advantage. Maybe you're too dumb. That's why Louisiana is ranked 48th, 49th in education, is because of y'all. If y'all don't know how to get ahead by playing the game, that's not our fault. Mm-hmm. But if you got to go up there and so is the guy from Rouskers, is he going to get reparations? Think about it. Some of these folks that was up there, Gerard,
he was there.
Poor dumb rednecks. You know what I'm saying? Some of these folks had pretty good jobs and had pretty good making pretty good money.
Mm-hmm.
So you just gonna help them out even a little more? And what is the dollar amount that per person gonna get? See, none of this stuff is really making sense. And is those black MAGAs, are y'all gonna get any money? A couple of y'all went to jail like some dummies. Y'all think y'all gonna get something? Or they gonna call that government handout and reparations for y'all? Or they just gonna call this? I forgot the name, but he called it. But I'm like, bruh, you just literally taking our tax dollars, and we in a economy right now where people are having to decide whether they're gonna put gas in their car or put food in their stomach. But these folks get to go get money, our tax dollars, for being criminals. I've never seen this anywhere else. But you know what though? That's what folks get because you didn't want to vote for the AKA, so you voted for the KKK. And now the KKK has his new Jim Crow, and he's doing whatever he wants to do. I don't think the man is going to be stopped.
Have you ever seen it this bad?
Never. I'm 51 years of age. I remember Ronald Reagan and the welfare queen stuff. I remember going to New York, and I said, this is like a third world country. Remember New York? They was burning all the buildings, those apartments and stuff like that. It just was rubble everywhere in the 80s. I thought America was horrible then. I remember the Rodney King riots. I remember how L.A., 26 blocks of L.A. just burned to the ground.
Right.
All those businesses, all that stuff going. I've been through some stuff in my life that I've seen, but I've never seen criminals afforded money for breaking the law. Serious felonies. Some of those guys that beat those cops, what's his name, Michael Fanone? That's the cop I was thinking of. They took that man's taser and put it towards his neck and tased that man. Took his own his own weapon, and tried to kill him. These dudes broke through the window of the Capitol.
Yep.
And you're going to give these people money? But now if a black person say, I want my 40 acres and a mule, it's a problem. You want a government handout. You always want something.
Well, the other part of that, I do see that this is not going to be some little payment. This is actually going to end up being a pretty large sum of money that goes to these folks. And I don't care how many of them it is. You know, some of them participated, others were just there. But I can tell you the folks like the Oath Keepers, the Proud Boys, and all of them, they're going to get paid.
Oh, yeah.
So in my opinion, this is only an opinion. I think this is payback for them being there. Hey, man, we stood up for you. What you going to do for us? I'm going to give y'all some money.
Oh, definitely. Stephen Rose, that's the one that was seditious. Yeah, he had the most serious charge. And, this dude, he's the one that had the weapons across the river. That he was going to take a boat and go get the weapons. These dudes was locked and loaded. What's his name? Enrique Torrio, the one that burned the Black Lives Matter sign, the black Cuban dude. All these dudes that's been to jail multiple times and all that stuff. But if you, I know you may not remember this, but it was one of the protesters from January 6th. He told a little boy that he's gonna get money for for doing January 6th, and he wanted sexual favors from the little boy. He got busted down there in Florida for this. I think they knew that they was gonna get this money. I'm serious. So it was just a matter of time. But
that's the same thing that I'm thinking. I'm thinking that somebody made a deal prior to, and now it's coming to fruition that you're gonna get some money back.
And think about this, Gerard. I know you've been to D.C.
Yep.
That water, that I call it water fountain, but that reflector pool.
Oh man.
That thing was supposed to be $1 million. You know how much it is now?
How much is it?
$12 million, and it still ain't finished.
Yep. And now you just want to paint the bottom of it.
For some blue paint. I said, I need that. No bid contract. Now it's going to cost more because the plumbing is bad.
Yep.
So now they want more money, and he going to talk about, I don't know who these people are. You know exactly who those people are. I know he got dementia, but when it comes to money, that joker don't forget nothing, man. But, brother, I'm going to get on up off here. I got to put my hot tub together, man. So
your hot tub?
Yeah, man, it's the summertime. I bought myself a Father's Day present, so I bought me a hot tub.
You did hot tub.
Yeah. Got 40 ounces in a hot tub. How about that?
Yes, indeed. I ain't mad at you,
all right,
brother.
my brother, you have a good one.
You too now. Say it.
Hey there, man.
What's happening?
Oh, man, look, all that, I tell you what, I hope these midterm elections can upset some of this stuff, if the Democrats can take over Congress, and then if they can take over Congress, if they can have heart to do some of the stuff that these folk are doing. A local update from Skip, the owner of Chicken and Watermelon, magistrate court 3:00 today. He got a bond, so he's able to, thank God, be able to post a bond, and he'll be out soon. The DA's office, the district attorney was all over it, and Congressman Troy Carter was all over it. People, again, be careful what you say and what you post. And thank you for allowing me to share that with our community.
So what are you talking about? I mean, I know what you're talking about, but you can't talk in code on the radio and don't know what everybody don't know what you're
Well,
talking about.
I know people who know in New Orleans know that there was a video that was posted, and he was frustrated, and
he said,
some of the terminology, it was deemed, could have been deemed as thought of as a threat, and he was taken into custody for that last week, and today went before a magistrate judge and will be getting out. And we're gonna, we want to wait till he gets out where he can address it.
So it's not because he did anything; it's because of what he said. Words have meaning.
Right, and understand, people, when you say certain things on social media, certain words, it triggers their whatever they got, So you just be careful what y'all say.
Yeah.
All right, man. You have a good one.
Gotcha, man. Thanks. Hey, Ron.
Yo.
What's going on?
You can hear me? There we go.
My brother, did you see it? Did you see it, or did you see it?
First off, shouts out to the Fatherhood Roundtable as well as the HPD Gun Club. You dig? But them people must have was listening to Me Extraordinaire, a.k.a. Suzette Bagnaris, the attorney extraordinaire, because I didn't see no pots.
They ain't bring no pots?
I ain't bring no pots, no spoons, no pans, but they came with the booty shorts and the whistles.
What?
Man. But it was real nice. I ain't gonna front. Now, the only thing I didn't like is that, well, first of all, the commencement speaker was Darryl Forges. That brother did a good job, excellent job.
From Channel 6?
Yes, sir. He did an excellent job. He even, called some students up, and did like some. It was well put together. The only thing I didn't like was that the valedictorian, she said that we're going to do the national anthem followed by the African American national anthem. Everybody up in there stood up for the national anthem besides myself and probably a couple more people. But then when the African American national anthem was sung, all our people sat down and only a handful of people stood up, including myself, stood up. But that just shows, the disconnect that we have, not knowing what's going on and not being in tune to the things that we need to be in tune to. But however, everything was nice, man. My baby, she walked across the stage, and I was crying like a little girl. I couldn't even, do what I wanted to do flips in the aisle and all that. Grab the microphone. I was crying.
Oh, bro, you ain't do nothing? You ain't stand up and do nothing?
Oh, I stood up, I'm going to send you the video of my mom when she got me with a headache because she blowing that whistle in my ear.
Wait a minute, your mama was blowing a whistle?
Was she blowing a whistle, man? Scared the heebie-jeebies out of me.
Oh, Lord. Your mama blowing a whistle. That's all right. But they ain't bring no pots and pans?
Though, man. They ain't bring no pots and pans, no bullhorns.
I never heard that in the first place. I never heard that in the first place. But Suzette said she did. No, the pots and the pans.
Oh, yeah, I seen it. When my matter of fact, when my son graduated 2 years ago, they had the pots and the pans up in there because at the Ponce Train Center, it was the same thing. You couldn't bring the air horns, but they definitely had it. They was gonna make some type of noise. And I understand, but the thing I did like today that was this is my first time seeing it. The sister, I can't call her name, but I think she's over LJ's Charter or LB Landry. I can't call her name. She's a sister. She's been on this show before too. Not this show, a radio station. She did before she gave her speech. She said, I want to give 10 seconds to all the families that made necessary sacrifices, for your child to be on this floor right now. I want to give y'all some time to make some noise or do what you got to do to get it out your system. So I did, appreciate that,
That's good.
But it was real nice. As a matter of fact, before Darryl got up there and did his speech, he did the same thing too. But it was well put together, well put together.
So
yes.
Back to the most important part of that. They wore them booty shorts, man.
They wore them booty shorts, G. I had my shades on because I was focusing on,
Yeah, you're going to get in trouble, bro. That's all. That's all. Go on, say you're going to get in trouble. Yep, that's all that was. Ought to be shame of
Ooh,
yourself.
man.
But did you
Yeah, I
take
know, man.
pictures? No, I'm
Pray
just
for
joking. Well, we got to do what we got to do. Folks ain't gonna
Yeah, you're
learn.
right.
And whether it was with class or not, that might have been inappropriate. So
Most definitely. But it was real nice, man. Everything, everything.
cool.
Real nice.
All right,
Yeah, you're
hey,
right.
Ron.
All right, my brother.
Thank you, man. Appreciate you.
Peace.
Later.
Yeah, you're right.
So, I got another topic I got to do. Did you all see? And I'm gonna sound like I'm hating. I really am gonna sound this way. Did you all see where they thought this was a good idea? Which it was a good idea 5-10 years ago. To walk around the neighborhoods to find out what lights are out in the community. Where y'all been? We only been talking about it for 3 years or maybe even longer. I got to give some credit to our folks, Willard Lewis and Hilty, for at least having the gonads to go on out there and take a look what needs to be fixed in the communities. They're taking it one community at a time. And I thought it was interesting. And I just want to say this to Matthew. Number one, thanks for going out here and doing it. But here's the one for you. Bruh man. Take your other people with you. Hello? Seriously. Take them other people with you. They need to walk. They need to go out there and they need to see. Let them walk. Let them walk. Go on out there and walk the neighborhood so that y'all can see too that we need your personal eye on what needs to be fixed. So can you imagine what that's going to look like tomorrow? You all right over there? What's wrong?
That video you sent to me.
I knew you hadn't seen it because you hadn't said anything.
Old lopsided.
Huh?
Jeff old lopsided head ass.
Yeah. But did you see how they got Helena talking black?
Oh, god damn. Wait, let me cut this off because I'm about to cuss.
You did just cuss. Did you see when she called her a hoe?
Yeah.
Some hoe out here. I was like, they got
Put
the
that
man.
gun to her head.
Yeah. Smacked her in the face. AI is something, ain't it? Wait till they get a fighting up in her office and break her desk.
I'm watching them fight on the roof right now.
And I'm wishing that everybody, I can't send this out. But I'm hoping that everybody has seen this. You hadn't seen it, so that's why I was like,
the mail on some Kill Bill type stuff.
It is a video, an AI video that has the mayor and Liz Merrill fighting, and then Helena beats up Jeff Landry.
Whooped him.
And she's straight up ghetto.
Old lopsided head.
She's straight up getting ghetto. I can send it to some of my friends, but I can't send this out. I can't put this on.
No,
Can I put that on? Can I put that on? I can put that on my own website though.
Yeah, on your own website.
On my own Facebook page.
Yeah.
Why don't you put it on yours? I don't want to get in trouble. Because
you know what I got to say about that.
Well, you know what they would do. Next thing you know, that we will be getting calls from Baton Rouge or something saying that we're citing folks and putting them in a position where it could cause a problem.
They already don't like us.
Yeah, they don't like us at all. All right, y'all. Another break here. We'll come back in just a minute.
This is the Bloomberg Black Business Beat. The number of black summer associates at law firms is shrinking to its lowest levels in more than a decade. That's according to a survey by the National Association of Law Placement. And as part of a larger trend across industries, in reaction to a conservative push to end race and gender-based preferences in hiring and in school admissions. I spoke to Bloomberg Equality reporter Jeff Green, who says this decline could be just the tip of the iceberg.
We haven't even begun to see yet the impact of enrollment based on that affirmative action decision. The NALP folks said that's probably not going to show up till maybe next year's class. So you'll have the other side of that ratio affected. The number of black people who were in law school may also be diminishing.
Conservative legal strategist Edward Blum is a name to watch here. He's led several successful initiatives to curb DEI in places like law firms. I'm Bloomberg's Justin Milliner on the Black Business Beat.
It's deck days at Lowe's, and the savings are stacked. Right now, pros get 15% off all in-stock composite decking from top brands like Trex, TimberTech, and Decorators. Plus, get a free DeWalt 20-volt max 5-amp-hour battery when you buy a select DeWalt tool. The deck's stacked in your favor with brands pros trust. Our best lineup is here at Lowe's. Valid through 4/22 while supplies last. Selection varies by location.
Confidence is knowing you're ready to handle whatever comes your way. That's what it feels like to take on your workday with Cintas. They make sure your AEDs are up to date, your fire extinguishers are tested and inspected, your floor mats are cleaned and delivered, and your workwear looks good, feels good, and is freshly laundered with a Cintas Apparel Plus program. So are you ready to take on today? Visit Cintas.com and get ready for the workday.
It's Off the Top with Norman Robinson on WBOK 1230 AM.
City leaders in New Orleans find themselves at the center of a political circus conducted by Governor Jeff Landry, State Attorney General Liz Murrill, and the supermajority GOP state legislature. State leaders approved and passed a law now called Act 15, which abolished the criminal district court clerk office in New Orleans. The duties were transferred to the clerk of civil district court. The law created a merged or unified clerk office, and that's a big problem for Calvin Duncan, the recently elected clerk of criminal court, who is now out of a job. Entering the center ring of this political circus, the New Orleans City Council, at least a 5-member majority, all but Councilwoman Leslie Harris and Councilman Eugene Green, decided that Act 15, in fact, creates a new office, one that didn't exist and one for which there was no election. Can you believe that? Civil District Court Clerk Chelsea Napoleon has become collateral damage in this political circus warfare, and she could be tossed out of her job. To solve this apparent conundrum, the council passed a resolution to call a special election and appoint an interim clerk. Napoleon accused the council of violating the law, and some legal experts agree with Napoleon, arguing that Act 15 does not create a new office. It simply abolishes the office of criminal district court clerk and transfers the duties and responsibilities of that office to the clerk of civil district court. Napoleon says emphatically she is perfectly capable of managing the functions of both civil and criminal court. She's filed suit to keep her job. And just when we thought things couldn't get more crazy and confusing, State Attorney General Liz Murrill has threatened to fire Mayor Helena Moreno and city council members for appointing an interim clerk and calling for a special election. Mayor Helena Moreno fired back, telling Murrill that she will not be intimidated and will not back down from a fight. You know, it seems to me that city leaders would be much better off letting cooler heads prevail, working together to come up with a compromise that would be a win-win for local government. And if you ask me, you're fighting each other and losing sight of the real enemies, those in Baton Rouge who created this mess in the first place. This is Norman Robinson, off the top.
Real issues, real talk, real solutions. Miss an episode of The Reality Check? You can catch every episode anytime. Search WBOK Media on your favorite podcast app to tap the bold commentary, real-time reactions, and powerful perspectives from the people and leaders shaping our city. Download, share, and rate it 5 stars because the real ones always stay informed.
City Park is where to go when you don't know where to go. Turn towards the city center and start walking. Before long, you'll end up where you belong, at the heart of the city, New Orleans City Park. Stroll along the reeded marsh, wander through the sculpture garden, rest and recharge beneath ancient oak trees. This is where your spirit goes to grow. It's in our nature to yearn for nature. NewOrleansCityPark.org, heart of the city.
Transform your bathroom with the beautiful quality of Bath Planet. As a trusted leader in bathroom renovation, Bath Planet has earned the Good Housekeeping Seal, a symbol of quality and consumer confidence for over 100 years. Get half off installation or 18 months with no interest and no payments. Whether it's tub replacement, a shower replacement, or a tub-to-shower conversion, Bath Planet makes your custom bath fast, easy, and affordable. Here's how it works. 1. Call to schedule your free, no-obligation consultation. 2. Our design experts come to you with real samples to customize your dream bath. 3. Our certified installers complete the transformation in as little as 1 day. And right now, for a limited time, you can upgrade your bathroom for 50% off installation or choose 18 months with no interest and no payments. But you need to call now. This special offer is only available by calling 800-981-8177. That's 800-981-8177. Call 800-981-8177 right now before the offer ends.
Making a difference in the community. WBOK 1230 AM. Here we go. The Reality Check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks, welcome back. Welcome back. And what you say, Chuck? Chuck?
Hello, how are you?
Good,
Hello,
man.
how are you all doing this evening?
Good. How you doing?
I'm doing just fine. I'm just talking about 2 things, and I'll be off this phone. One thing I thought about Ms. Banger was talking to me yesterday about these graduations. I know you all have seen it. It's gone viral. What happened, that was this past Friday at Southern University's graduation commencement. These people got into it in the stands. They said it was over seats. And the cops had to go and break them up in some of the attendees at the graduation, and some grown-ups acting up, and the cops had to come down and break them up. And then I saw,
Where was that?
At Southern University Baton Rouge graduation commencement.
Oh Lord.
Commencement. Yeah, that happened this past Friday, and then yesterday, in that same building, in that arena on Southern University's campus, Struma High School out of Baton Rouge had their graduation. They got into a brawl there in the stands, and I saw it went viral yesterday, and I said, it's a shame that people do it. These are grown-ups doing it. You talking about how out of control the children are. I said, but look at where it's coming
come from, though? I mean, what's the problem?
I don't know what the problem is. That's a great question, Brother Stevens. It's just kind of wondering. So it make you just scratch your head like, okay, what's wrong with these people?
Right.
And and I'm this is the last thing we talk about. I know you have a runoff coming up. Jamie Davis and Gary Crockett. And by the way, Gary Crockett found out that he's originally from he's from my father's hometown here 60 miles east of me of Toledo, Louisiana, Madison Parish. He now lives in New Orleans. Gary Crockett. My father knows the Crockett family. And do you know Gary Crockett?
No.
You don't know him? Okay. Yeah, but I found he's from Tallulah, and like I said, my father knows the Crockett family. And I see he's in the runoff with Jamie Davis. That's for the Senate seat in that primary.
I'm hearing a lot of good things about him, though.
That's what I've been hearing too.
Yeah, I heard a lot of good things, and they said that the farming community is really
sticking behind him.
Oh, okay.
So I'm not certain, but I'm repeating it because that's what I heard at the time. But I
Yeah.
would love to get all of them in here to have a conversation.
Okay. Yeah, and like I said, he's from Madison Parish. And he said when he speaks, he lives in New Orleans now, but he does not ashamed to say. He said, "I'm from Tallulah, Louisiana." And like my father is from Tallulah, and yeah, a lot of greatness came out of Tallulah. You talking about civil rights movement? Zelma Weiss, he was a well-known civil rights movement, and he was the first black police chief of Tallulah. By the way, in Ebony, you go and look at Ebony from the early '70s. He did one called Black Police Chief in KKK country. It was in Ebony back in the early '70s when he became, I think it was when he became police chief, and then he became first black mayor of Tallulah as well. My father was in the civil rights movement, and he led the movement. He and Dr. King were friends.
You know what I don't understand, and I probably need to look a little bit further into this. I've noticed that there are plenty of small parishes. I can say cities. Well, probably some small cities or towns within the parish.
Yeah.
That are majority African American.
Yeah, Tallulah is one of them. Tallulah, Lake Providence, where William Jefferson is from.
Right.
Yeah,
but a lot of the
blacks.
A lot of the seats that they hold are actually white men and white women.
Yep.
Why is that? We won't vote for our own?
Great question. That's a great question. I don't know.
I mean, I saw it here, and they were trying to really get it so that it was going to stay here in New Orleans because we had a white police chief, white person sitting on the city council in a lot of those districts.
Yes.
And the majority of the areas that are being served are black. I was like, we don't have any black folks that could run. And it was almost to the point where we were seeing there was going to be a white mayor, which it was, Mitch Landrieu.
Yeah,
and then we heard of some very prominent folks that were going to be the a police chief. Then he hired, what's his name? To be the police chief, white man. We saw the CAO, white man. And I was looking around and saying to myself, "Are we getting ready to go back?" But I think that was the beginning of looking at some of these seats and seeing that we weren't good enough to hold those seats, but yet we're the ones creating the tax dollars.
Yeah. That is something to think about, Brother Stevens. Yeah.
And I just don't understand because there are plenty of smart people that if they don't know politics, they can learn politics. But what does bother me, though, Chuck, I can't stand to hear people say, I don't like politics. It's politics in the bread and the milk you drink.
Exactly, and you know what happened? I'm, not being a sports fan, I hear some of these sports talk radio shows talking about keep politics out of sports. And this is a sports show. I said, well, it's politics that generates sports. The things that you do, that's what you end up having to go to. Be it going to the state capitals or to the U.S. Capitol. That's why Nick Saban went to the U.S. Capitol to get it changed about these players. With the thing with the transfer portal and dealing with NIL. Nick Saban, that's why he went to the U.S. Capitol building, and just I'd like to hear in this state with LHSAA where they the things are having an arbitrator. That's all that. I remember that too.
I don't know how
Bobby Jindal signed it.
I don't know how this state and probably others allow the LSHA to run their sons in the ground with some of those stupid rules.
Yeah, it's quite different from when I was in school.
and honestly, it's got to be bigotry that makes up these rules that those young men have to follow.
Yes, It is. Think about the LHSA's history. And, St. Augustine's the first black school to be in the LHSA back in 1967. And they were dealing with all kinds of stuff. It was a start of that type thing.
St. Augustine's was the first in a whole lot of stuff. I will give them
they were
a whole bunch of credit for that one. They were first with the LSHA. I can remember St. Aug's band. St. Aug's band was,
with the Mardi Gras
was the first one to run through or play going through the French Quarter.
Play Rex.
Yep.
Yeah. Played through the French Quarter. And
they were called on, spit on. They would call them some of everything, but they still marched with dignity.
Yeah, that was Edwin Hampton's. That was him. Yeah, he put that. They broke a lot of barriers there at that school, and what happened? The Black Association, the Louisiana Interscholastic Activities and Literary Organization, they dealt with athletics and academics. Ro Brown can talk about that one. And then when they just talking about going into the LHSAA in '67. Yeah, my parents came to LIALO and said they had those literary rallies, and they used to have it at Southern University, Baton Rouge, and it's history. That's why I said those forget the past are doomed to repeat it.
Yeah, I just don't understand.
Yes.
When things like this happen, who's supposed to stand up? Who's supposed? Why do we let it happen? When do we look at our voting rights and say we can get them back? Just get everybody up and let's get them voted. Let's get them to vote.
And my father's appalled too. He's going on 83 years old. Like I say, he was in the civil rights movement. He said that's the thing they were fighting for, voting rights. He said that's what they were being shot at in Tallulah when they were out there with Zelma Weiss and all. And because Zelma Weiss, he owned a barber shop there in Tallulah. Like I say, he became police chief and then he became mayor of Tallulah. And Dad said that's what they were out there fighting for, to get people registered to vote. And he said there were those that. He was getting some pushback as well from some of the blacks and those whites, and they said one guy was going to go and try to set him up to be killed. We gonna put this black guy up there, but he was on to what he was doing, and he said, "Well, he going to step back and open fire." But he didn't open that door. And what happened? They found who did it, and oh boy, Dad said they beat this brothers. They beat him good. They said don't kill him. He said, but they said that guy was. They say they were so mad with him. He would go in. He would go and tell them what was going on.
Well,
yeah, that kind of stuff. It was some horrible stuff.
And I know some of those folks. They were ready to kill for it.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Because they don't value our lives. Stuff. Have you seen this movie? The little girl that she was awarded hundreds of acres of land because of her heritage, her folks. It's called Sarah's Oil.
Sarah's Oil. I heard about that. And you know, Madam C.J. Walker's from Madison Parish, from Delta, Louisiana, right there where Tallulah is, right there going towards Vicksburg, Mississippi. That's home parish. Yeah.
I'm hoping that everybody will start looking on their television or start looking on their logins. Well, I think it's on Prime this month. If you can get a chance to get
Sarah's Oil. Okay, yes.
Get Prime and load down and watch Sarah's Oil. I really want to tell everybody what it's about, but I want y'all to look for yourselves because I don't want to spoil it.
Yeah.
But it is so good. And this little young lady plays that role. And it ain't one of them roles that you're going to see no horror stuff, so that's not it.
Okay.
And she don't die. I'll put it that way. She don't die.
Because
they'll be like, gee, I can't believe you got me watching that. The girl died. I cried all night long. No, you ain't going to cry on this one.
Like, people say they cry, the thing about imitation of life and all of them. People say that how they cry about them. Yeah. Yeah.
So, but it is very good, very good. And then at the end of it, you find out something. I'll tell you this much, and this is not a spoiler, but it's a true story. This little girl got her own land and her own oil, and it's a true story. What got me in this story, I was like, damn. Whenever black people come into money,
yeah,
white people feel that they need a white person, a white man, to oversee that money for you.
Yeah. Talking about Beverly
I was
Hillbillies.
like, what? I didn't believe that. I was like, wait a minute. Did they just say that a black person can't be trusted with their own money and they need to have an overseer that's a white man to oversee it for you? But it's not your money.
It's not your money. Yes, exactly.
I was like, you got to be kidding me.
Yeah.
But they were serious. And then one of the white men that had his own oil company,
yes,
was willing to kill them to take that land away from her.
Never fails.
I was like, oh my God. But it was something.
Yeah, and it seemed like it never went away. Still had that same mentality going on.
Yeah, I hope everybody get a chance to listen. I'd love to discuss it. And look, this is a true story. And if I'm not mistaken, the young lady that played, well, the young lady that they were talking about, Sarah, I think she's still alive. I got to go back and look at that part. But it was a true story. They showed their pictures, the family pictures and everything.
Yeah.
But what was more amazing to me in that movie was the fact that they were poor, old people. They weren't old, but they were poor. But what I loved about it was that this young lady was smart as the Dickens. That's number one. And then number two, I love the fact that her father was number one in the house and number two, guiding his family.
Yeah.
So I'll leave it at that.
And I'm going to land on this one. We had a tax proposition here at Monroe City school system. There was a tax millage. The people went and voted no on it. And, a tax, and they were having that tax proposition. It was going to benefit, dealing with facilities and gas, for buses and many other upgrades. And the people went and voted it down this past Saturday, and many of the Monroe City School Board people in the Monroe City school system, they're very put out with the outcome.
They were what now?
Tax proposition. It was a tax proposition. It was voted down, and it's just to help things, like with facilities and many other things.
Oh.
It just, yeah.
So y'all got a whole lot going on up there too, then.
Yeah, some of these people don't have that. They don't have knowledge of things such as that, and that happens. It's not Monroe's not any different from any of these other places.
Right, I got you.
Yeah.
All right, Chuck.
All right, I'm gonna get on off of here. You two take care, and
all right, my friend.
And all right,
keep me updated what's going on up that way.
Oh, sure will. You all take care.
All right, man.
All right.
Cedric, hold on. We need to take the break. We'll come back. Everybody's sending me messages saying they need to get a link. They want the link on the Facebook for homegirl Helena. She said, "I told you, ho."
Send it. I dare you.
I'ma send it. To keep my city out your mouth, ho. I said, when she learn how to talk black? Ho.
It's funny.
And she ain't talking about no garden too, ho. I'm gonna get in trouble. You know that, right? That's all right. I don't care, ho. More coming up, y'all. Everybody hold tight.
AURN News.
I'm Ebony McMorris. A new national poll is raising red flags for Republicans heading into midterms, and the numbers are brutal for President Trump. According to a New York Times Siena College poll, 37% of voters approve of Trump's jobs performance. That's his lowest approval rating of his second term so far, and much of the backlash is tied to the war with Iran. Nearly two-thirds of voters, 64%, say Trump made the wrong decision by going to war with Iran. Even more striking, 73% of independents oppose the the move, and voters are connecting the conflict to rising costs at home. Gas prices reportedly climbing above $4.50 a gallon in some areas. Voters say food and household costs continue to soar. The poll also found 64% disapprove of Trump's handling of the economy and nearly 70% disapprove of how he's dealing with cost of living. At the same time, Democrats still have their own image problem. Only 26% of voters say they're satisfied with the Democratic Party. For AURN News, I'm Ebony McMorris.
Trying to grow your business or increase traffic to your location? We can help. WBOK 1230 AM has a number of solutions that will meet your individual needs. Give one of our consultants a call today at 504-582-9420 or email us at info@wbok1230.com. And remember, an investment with WBOK is an investment in our community. Call today.
You've got responsibilities, but that doesn't mean your dreams are on hold. At Southern University at New Orleans, our evening and weekend college is designed with your life in mind. Finish your degree, start a new one, on your time, your degree, your schedule. No excuses, just opportunity. Visit suno.edu and make your next move today.
This is The Law in Your Legacy. I'm attorney Pete Hamilton.
I'm attorney Ryan Hamilton.
If you had $1 million, would you leave it to an 18-year-old?
Hopefully not, but that's exactly what can happen with a simple will. The money goes straight to your kids when they hit the legal age, no guardrails.
A trust lets you control when and how they receive their inheritance. You can set ages, milestones, or even make sure they finish school first.
Give them security, not a spending spree.
This is not legal advice. That's just a tip brought to you by Liberty Bank and Trust. For more information, go to libertybank.net or contact us at 504-915-5016.
Hey, Pontchartrain Park. Thanks for listening to WBOK.
Here we go. The reality check on WBOK 1230 AM.
All right, folks. So you still think I should put this up? I'm gonna put it on my Facebook page. I don't want to put that on the station.
It's comedy.
Huh?
It's comedy.
No, somebody think it's a threat. So I put it on mine. It's playing. Gerard G. Man Stevens. Y'all can put it up there. Y'all can go and look at it. All right, Cedric.
Hey, Gerard.
What's going on with your old man? Where you been?
I need to get gas anyway. Sarah Rector. I bought this book maybe like 5 years ago, and it was like in a child's story. But I gave it to my granddaughter. It's at my daughter's house. I got so involved with that book, man, that is a beautiful story. And you know, when she had the land, her daddy tried to sell it, but they wouldn't let him sell it. I mean, it's a lot to the story. And at one point, they even classified her as white. I don't know if that was in a movie.
No.
Yeah, they classified her as white because she had so much money. And according to this book, I think it was a judge I got to get that book and read it again. I haven't seen the movie. But it's a beautiful story. And we have a lot of story about black folks that we don't know. I saw a movie the other day called Pioneer about Biddy Mason.
About what?
Heard of Biddy Mason? Biddy Mason.
Tell me that story.
That was a lady. This was a black lady. And she left, and I think she walked to California when they sold her, and she ended up in California. And she, I think she opened up the first African Zion church there. When she left, she had a washboard and a pot. And that's how she made her money. But she ended up being a millionaire for that time. Biddy Mason. And that movie was it was called The Pioneer. I didn't know that was about her, but I started watching it and it was about her. Man, we got a lot of good stories, you know, a lot of them. But I love that Sarah Rector story. I really do.
Yeah, I really loved that the outcome was positive for that little girl.
Yeah.
You know, so that was
an
amazing story to me. And you know
girl of all times.
But you know who did the movie, right? You know who produced it?
Who did?
What's the Wilson and Sierra? The quarterback. What's the name? Wilson.
Russell Wilson.
Huh? Russell Wilson.
Russell Wilson?
Yeah, Russell Wilson and his wife Sierra. They're the ones that produced that movie.
That's good. That's beautiful. We got a lot of good stories, man. You know, I was waiting for. We supposed to do that. There was some guys supposed to do that movie about Mansa Musa, the African, the richest man of all time that had all that gold and all that kind of stuff. You know, we got a lot of good stories. You know, I just want to put that in, Gerard.
Cool. How you been? You been all right?
Oh yeah, I've been great, man. Working a little too much for an old man, but I got to do what I got to do.
You be all right. You doing all right.
You don't take care of your resources when you're a young person, you end up like me, brother.
That could be a good
but
thing
at least I
for
can
some.
still get it a little bit, you know.
I got you. All right, boss man. I'll talk to you.
Take care. All right.
All right. I need to give these times again today. If you are, I think they're still going on right now at Chicken's Kitchen. That's today. Started at 3:00. That's 921 Peters Road in Harvey. If you're trying to get to the Rico, if you're trying to get there, that's where you go. Tomorrow, let me give you these. In Hammond, the Tangipahoa petition, 2448 West Thomas. 2448 West Thomas. That's going to be from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. in Hammond on tomorrow. Bring your ID, pull up on the folks, and say you want to sign. Starting at 10 a.m., going till 3 p.m., it's the Old Gentilly Road location. That is 4072 and 74 Old Gentilly Road. 4072-74 Old Gentilly Road. That is tomorrow from 10 o'clock until 3 p.m. And also tomorrow, She Comes in Peace. That's at 2025 St. Claude Avenue. She Comes in Peace. 2025 St. Claude Avenue. 2025 St. Claude Avenue. Bring your ID. Make sure that you get in tomorrow. Now, that's all the, South Shore locations, but they got North Shore locations too. We gave them earlier. We'll make sure we give them to you right now because I ain't going to get beaten up by Melanie because she bout it. She what? She bout it. She's like Gerod with a T. Make sure you give these names and numbers and all this other stuff so everybody would know where to go. Sign the petition on the North Shore. All right, here we go. She gave me a list. Now, she's saying that this is not only the recall for just Governor Landry, it's also for the Attorney General as well, okay? Wednesday at 1000 Business Highway 190 Covington. That's at the corner of East Boston and Highway 90 at the Harbor Freight parking lot from 4:30 till 6 p.m. Friday at the Tandem Coffee and Cocktails location. That's at 424 Gerard Street in Mandeville. That's from 9 a.m. until noon. Saturday, they're going to be out there Saturday on the 23rd at Carey Street Pocket Park at 2302 Carey Street in Slidell. That will be from 9 a.m. until 1 p.m. On Sunday, 1225 North Columbia and Covington, noon until 2 p.m. And on Tuesday, the 26th, Spell and Spell Law Firm, 1225 North Columbia Street in Covington, from 4 until 6. You know what you need to bring. Bring your license. Bring your registration card. Make sure you bout it. Got your information. And if you want to, go to the website and take a look. Louisiana deserves better. All right?
Now you got it. Now you in the know. That's going to wrap it up for me. I appreciate everybody for being a part of the conversation on today. We will see you tomorrow right here at WBOK.